And I have a hot pot of water going right now so that I can make some lotion. So I've got my mixer here. This, I don't know. Let me turn this around. All right. Good grief. Okay, you guys. Again, I have a hot pot of water here and about to make, this is a gallon of water. And I have my ingredients already. I am going to add raw shea butter and cocoa butter to this. And of course the ingredients it takes to actually turn this water into handmade lotion. So let's get at it. First thing is that wax. If you did not know, lotion is made with a conditioning wax, an emulsifier. So this is the emulsifying wax that I'm using here. You see how it immediately clouds. And this batch is taking up quite a lot. So I'm gonna break some of this up with my hand because I have two large chunks. When they shipped it to me, I guess it got warm. And I don't want to put it in there like that. That will take a long time. Now, I'm not interested in teaching soap or lotion making because it seems like every other person online that's a handmade soap maker or cosmetic maker is a teacher. So there's a lot of people out there that you can learn from. But if you just want to watch, you are welcome to be here and watch me. Trying not to get burned. I'm sorry, my dogs are just in the other room behind me wanting to get in. All right. I'm just going to use this as my mixer right now so you can see what that does. I'll try not to give you a headache with all the shaking. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to add, another ingredient there. And I like to use as much as everything as I can in my bowls. Because I make soap all day, you wash your hands a million times. This is glycerin, and I don't want to use it all today because I don't want it to be oily, overly oily. I want it to be moisturizing. And the shea butter and cocoa butter will melt into, and they're going to give it just a really nice creamy lather when you're rubbing that on your skin. And I also don't need to use a lot of butter. I don't want to use a lot today. That is it, guys, and we're going to turn that into lotion. Lotion, lotion, lotion. That's it. Now, of course, this is hot. Once this shea butter and cocoa butter actually melts down, I don't need the heat anymore because then the lotion just has to cool off and solidify. That's it. And let that sit there for a minute. Most everything I make is cold process, but there's no way to make cold process lotion because you got to melt those oils down. You can use liquid oils or no oil at all, no butters at all. But this batch is my signature recipe. With shea butter and cocoa butter in it. If you'd ever like me to make you personal things lotion without shea butter, without cocoa butter, or with special butters, just get a hold of me and let me know. I'd be happy to do that. There's a lot of people that are allergic to nuts, so they can't use nut oil, so the shea butter and cocoa butter would definitely be out of the question. The only other ingredient to be added to this batch is a preservative because there's water in here and you don't want to grow any gunkies, cootie bugs, right? I'm going to let you watch that for a second. I will be right back. Always the cocoa butter takes the longest. Shea butter melts way easier because it's not hard like cocoa butter is. My cocoa butter and shea butter are sourced from around the world. It is African shea butter, and it is raw shea butter, unrefined, and African cocoa butter, raw and unrefined. So that's it, guys. I can turn off my heat now, and I'm also just going to go ahead and take this pot off of the heat so that it is lower for me. Okay. Goodness. And to not, of course, drop my phone into this lotion. Technical difficulties here. So bear with me one sec. I will be right back. Okay, so it is probably going to be a while because the pot is hot and everything has to cool down. Once this is completely finished, I will add my essential oil blend to it. And I will bottle this for my new skincare line and launch. But that is lotion. Okay, that's lotion. It's probably going to be a few hours because of this hot pot. Literally. But that's all that's to it, guys. Thanks for watching. I shall come back with the finished result.